Namaste. And thank you so much for joining. And today our theme is a joy. So joy is of course a kind of related to the, Christmas theme. But, joy is a kind of a theme for me that, I believe that everybody wants to be happy. And joy reminds me of my story. So just I want to share with my story. So joy in Sanskrit, or as you know, that the yoga came from India. So many words that the pose name and the yoga philosophy is in Sanskrit or Indian traditional or ancient language. So joy or breath means that ananda. So ananda means a joy or happiness or that breath. So talking about the ananda reminds me of, so a little bit difficult to talk, but it's called Sat Chit Ananda. It's a concept, yoga philosophy or, Indian philosophy, that it's called Sat Chit Ananda. So it's interestingly, I want to bring up this one. And when I was 18 or 19 years old, I was still in Japan, but I got this Sat Chit Ananda somewhere, and I didn't understand the meaning that time, or I didn't quite fully understood. So Sat means truth or reality or existence of our being, and Chit is a consciousness. So self, so ourself, we have a consciousness, so that's a self. Then Ananda is joy. So, just to briefly mention is that the being, consciousness, joy, right? So this, I couldn't quite understood that time when I was 18, but recently I thought about this, and because I wanted to share with you about the theme of joy. Then I finally click. Then, I understood, or, I realized something, that it's very simple thing, but it's a hard things to do. It's just being in a joy. I mentioned sometime often, or joy of being alive. It's very simple thing that, just being here and now and with joyfulness. But sometimes it's a really difficult, and there's a lots of distractions, right? Sometimes we get the negative thought and criticism, and we attach some kind of ideas and not satisfying our situation right now and here. But, being right here now and joy, very simplest things, like, sunny day, and, we are grateful to have a rain, right? But we are also grateful to have a sun, and it feels good in a winter time. So today we're going to practice that simplest things, but it is very hard practice. So we're going to keep practicing. So this is just introduction. So let's close our eyes to settle into the moment. Every time we practice this, we connect with our breath and settle into this moment and now, and appreciate, or grateful appreciation of being right now, being yourself right now. And relax your arms maybe, and palm face up. Maybe chin mudra, index finger, thumb tips together. I notice the breath coming in through the nose and going out through the nose. So we sit here in stillness and paying attention to our breath and being aware. So that's our consciousness, chitta. Let's together inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Inhale. Open the chest. And exhale. And continue to breathe. Maybe with Ujjayi breath. So you may know this by now, but Ujjayi breath is a half closed in the throat. So that technique helps us to breathe longer and slower. So maybe half amount of the breath goes in, so we can lengthen our breath. By doing this Ujjayi breath, there's a sound. We hear the sound of our breath. So whenever we are in difficult time, challenging situation, or a busy time, and in a chaos of things, that the chaos of our regular life, the breath can guide us to be present here and now. So remembering that helps. And we'll do a few more rounds, just being here and now. All right. And let's inhale once again, reach our hands to the sky. And exhale, bring our palms together to heart center. And let's do a few more rounds. Inhale, hands reach out and up. Exhale, palms together to heart center. And last one, inhale, hands reach out and up. Exhale, palms together to heart center. And bow our head. You may set the intention or dedication prayer for today or for end of this year. And slowly open your eyes. Okay, so let's come on to the back, please, and having the belt close by. So today I have 2 blocks, the belt, and I hope you can hear me. So let me know if you don't hear. And there's a funny sounds making, so maybe one of my headphone is not enough battery. But anyway, so bring our left heel, front of your right thigh, and hug our right knee towards the chest. And open your left knee wide. And relax your lower back and resting on the ground. And slowly lifting the right leg up, push your heels to the sky. All right. And then bend your right knee. Okay. Now let's switch that leg. Sorry, right heel, front of your left thigh, open your right knee out, the left knee towards you. And relax your buttock or lower back. And maybe stretch your leg. Okay. And then release that. Then get your belt, please, onto the right foot. So I have a small loop here, so it's easier for me to get catch the foot. So around the ball of the foot, then right leg up, keep your left knee bent. And exhale, Bend your knees and bring our belly or our thighs towards your belly. Inhale, stretch your leg. And then exhale, bend your knee. So we are lifting the leg straight up. So today we're going to focus, we're going to pay attention to where our pelvis is facing to. So right now, pelvis facing to the sky, right? Or, parallel to the ceiling. Then legs or hip joint, just it's like a parallel or how, yeah. It's not opening to no external rotation or internal rotation. Okay, then slowly straighten your left leg. So now we're going to externally rotate in your right leg. So right knee comes a little bit outside to the ground. Outside towards your shoulder. And then inhale, stretch your right leg. Find the openness to the inner leg. And then exhale, bend your knee. So let's do one more. Inhale, straight. And then exhale, bend your knee. Wonderful. So now bring your knee to the left side. So now pelvis is changing to face a little bit to the side, right? Now you may stretch your leg or keep your knee bent and then let's rest. Maybe spread your arms wide open and find a nice length to the front of your body and right side, especially right side. So spread your right arm out and right knee away from the right hand. And exhale, release. Let's switch the belt to your left foot. Then keep your right knee bent, the right foot come to the ground. Then bend your the left knee to the chest and find a nice stretch to the hamstring. And then exhale straight. And then bend your knee. And then straight, inhale. And this time bend your knee and externally rotating your leg. So from the hip joint, moving the knee to the left side. And then inhale, stretch your left leg out. Oh, I forgot to straighten my right leg. So gradually do so. And find the openness to the inner leg, left side and right side. And then exhale, bend your knee. And then straight. And then bend your knee. And then straight. Okay, bend your knees, please, and move the legs to the right. So we're going to twist. So now pelvis moves and face to the side. Maybe stretch your leg or keep your knee bent. And spread your left arm over to the left side. And find a nice kind of a spiral figure. So your knee, left knee out and left hand out, opposite direction. All right, and then gradually come back and let go your belt, hug your knee to the chest. And gently roll side to side, adjust your lower back. Okay, so if you like to do roll back and forth, please do. And if you don't like, roll onto the side and come to the seat. So if you are rolling back and forth, 3, 2, 1, hands down, and let's come to tabletop. Tabletop, palms under the shoulder, knees under the hip. Okay. Then straight our right leg, please, and both of the foot come to the ground. And push your heel back and down. So it's a stretch. So past the 2 months, we've been working on gratitude, right? So when we did a gratitude or thankfulness theme day, week, we also learned that we practice that cultivating the gratitude or practice of the gratitude help us to be present, or we appreciate what we have instead of what we don't have, so we can focus our attention or awareness to what we have right now, then be satisfied or being enough, right? And sometimes we focus on what we don't have or we are going to have one day, right? It's a good thing, but okay, lift your right leg back and left hand forward, inhale, stretch. And then exhale, bring your knee to the elbow. So that's also cultivating the joy. So we appreciate what we have that's giving us joy. And then let's bring our left hand behind you and bend your right knee. And maybe catch your right foot. If not, like a flying like a bird, push your heel to the sky, spread your left hand out. And if you catch the toe, kick into your hand. And find a stretch to the front of your thigh. One more breath. And then exhale, release. Plant our left palm down and push your heel to the sky. So your foot is, back of the foot is parallel to the ceiling. Squeeze the buttock. And then on our exhalation, round our back knee to the nose. So we want to continue a few more rounds. Push your heel to the sky, keep your knees bent. And then exhale, knee to the nose. Round your back. So when you push your heels to the sky, maybe you are slightly arching your back. And find a squeeze to the buttock. And then exhale, knee to the nose. Then let's step forward. And then here you may use the block side by side. And then inhale, rise up. And the hands to the sky. And slide the pelvis. So now pelvis facing forward. Sliding the pelvis forward and find the openness to the left hip joint. Inhale. On our exhalation, maybe use the block and pull our hips back straight our right leg. Maybe pointing your toe up. So when you point your toe up, we can stretch the back of the leg. All right? So when we come forward, we are stretching the front of our left hip joint or the quad, hands to the sky. And then exhale. Now we are stretching the back of our right leg. Point your toes up. Last one. Inhale, rise. Hands to the sky. Stretch the front of the thigh. Then exhale, bring our left hand down, right hand to the sky and twist. You can use the block on left hand if you like. Maybe tuck your left toe under, lift your left leg, left knee up, or keep your left knee down as you like. One more breath. Excellent. And then release. So if you have a block away, then bring our left hand down to the ground, then right leg back. We're gonna come onto our side. So left side down onto the ground. Okay, so left elbow under your left shoulder. Then right palm maybe in front of you to kind of a support, balancing. And stack your right leg over the left. Okay, pay attention to the pelvis. Now pelvis is facing to for me, the screen side. So it's a side, not up. Then lift our right leg up. So if this is too much, you can come all the way down. So decide how you want to be. Then right leg up. So your right toe is still pointing forward. I mean, forward to you, to the side, not pointing up. And one more time. So you don't maybe lift too high, or you cannot. I cannot lift too high. And then release that foot. And then bend your right knee, please. That right knee. And maybe get your right toe or right ankle and kick into your hand. Or, so now pay attention here. So still knee is pointing down and the leg is closer. And then we're going to change now. So now opening the hip, externally rotate your leg. So your right knee point up. So if your shoulder is too much, you can come all the way down. It doesn't matter really. Do you get this one? So your right thigh just a stack over or external rotate. So it's a different thing. So this time it's easier to lift your leg, or you may open wide. So right leg up. Maybe catch the toe or maybe not. So open as much as you like. One more breath. Okay, exhale, release. And let's come on to your belly, please. So let's do Sphinx pose. Forearm down to the mat and elbows so under the shoulders. Maybe middle finger is pointing straight forward and squeeze the buttock and legs down. So paying attention to the back line of the body and open our chest forward. And shoulder relax, keep your neck long. Stay there. So you know that the shoulder blade, try to bring a shoulder blade closer in that pose, Sphinx pose. Then shoulder away from your ear, lengthen the neck. Squeeze the buttock, one more breath. And exhale, release. Let's come to child pose, please. Palms down, press up. Then bend your knee, pull your hips back. Maybe sitting down to the heels, or doesn't need to come all the way down. So decide how you want to be. All right. Then gradually rise to center, tabletop again. So this time I am facing this way. Okay, so tabletop. Then straight our left leg back, please. And both of the foot come down to the ground. And pushing your heels out. And we are stretching the Achilles tendon on left side, calf, hamstring, back of the knee. And if you tuck your navel in, lengthen the lower back. All right. Then let's lift our left leg up. Again, we're gonna practice this. Are we externally rotating the leg or not? So our toe still pointing down and pushing your heel straight back. So your pelvis is still parallel to the ground. And right hand forward. So we are not externally rotating the leg. Inhale, stretch. Then exhale, bring your knee to the elbow. So those awareness is important too in order to do yoga poses. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, bring your knee to the elbow. And then stretch. Bend your left knee, please. And get your left toe maybe with your right hand. Or maybe not. If not, push your left heel to the sky, right hand to the side. If you catch in the toe, kick into your hand. And open front of your quad, the left thigh. One more breath. And exhale, release. Bring our right palm down. Push your bottom of the foot to the sky. And inhale. So you are not externally rotating the leg here even. Exhale, knee to the nose. Round our back. And then inhale, push your heel, squeeze the buttock. We are working on the glute. No external rotation. And then exhale, round our back. One more time. Inhale, push your heel to the sky so your knee is still pointing down. And then exhale, step between our hands. And you may use the block side by side Anjaneyasana. Still our pelvis is facing forward. And then we slide our pelvis forward. And then maybe reach your hands up, or you may keep the block. Then on our exhalation, hands come onto the block, pull our hips back, and straight our leg, and point your left toe up to stretch the back line of the body. All right. And then plant our foot down, inhale, Anjaneyasana. Slide our pelvis forward and hands to the sky. And then exhale, pull our hips back and point your toe up. And one more time, inhale. All right, and then exhale, bring our right hand down to the mat. You can use the block. Then right hand down, left hand to the sky, open the chest. And you may tuck your right toe under. You can lift your right leg, right knee or right knee down, as you like. And feel the openness to the chest. Okay, and then exhale, release that. And then bring our knee down and left leg back. Now we're gonna come on to our right side. So either you may bring our elbow down or you may bring our side of the torso down. So decide how you want to be. But we are stacking the left leg over the right. So your pelvis is facing to the, side, not facing up, side. And then lift the upper leg, left leg up. So your left toe is pointing forward, not up. So when you point your toe up, that means you are externally rotating the leg. So we are not doing that external rotation yet, and up. So maybe your leg doesn't go up too much, but using this, the muscle, the abductor, and release. Now bend your knee, upper leg, and get your toe maybe. Then keep your leg closer. So your knee is not pointing up. So pointing maybe down. Down means towards the feet. And stretch the front of your thigh. So our intention is stretching the quad, right? But when we do external rotation, we don't stretch that part. That's why I am specifically mentioned that we are still, pelvis is facing to the side, not externally rotating. Okay, release. So now we can kind of experiment external rotation. So your left foot come behind you and right knee can point out. So now our pelvis is kind of facing up or, between, right? So it's a little different parts that the more inner thigh that we stretch. Okay, so that kind of thing that I like you to bring awareness. So externally rotating the leg or not rotating. So sometimes we call it that square our hip, right? And then external rotation is opening the hip, right? Okay. And then slowly release on our belly, please. So on our belly, and we're gonna do, I want to do the Dhanurasana. So let's see. Bend our knees and get your ankle maybe from outside or maybe toes. And then exhale, fully relax, chin down to the mat. And inhale, kick into your hand, open the chest. So let's focus this time to open our chest. So your legs can stay down. So ground our thighs down and lifting the chest. And squeezing the shoulder blade closer and find openness to the front. One more breath. And exhale, let go. Drop down, hands by your side, bend your knees, and wind wipes your legs side to side. And relax the front of your thigh. Okay. Then let's bring our palms under the shoulders. Tuck your toes under. Let's come up to tabletop. And tabletop to downward facing dog, hips high. and head down. And maybe bend your knees right and left alternatively. Then when you are ready, walk towards your hand and bend forward and maybe grab your elbows and bend forward. And maybe swing side to side. Keep your knees bent and feel the ground. And relax your head. Now when you are ready, let's roll ourselves to the standing position. Soften your knees round our back. With our inhalation, gradually come to stand. Wonderful. And let's stand in front of the mat, please. Bring our feet together and palms together to heart center. So we're gonna do sun salutation, prayer to the sun, and especially today is the sun is out. And we are so grateful for having the sun and giving us a heat and warmth. And feels great to see the light, lighten up our, mind. So let's use our breath to move through. Take a big inhale, hands reach out and up, and palms together at the top, gaze up. And exhale, swan dive down, bend your knees, bend forward. Inhale, half a left. So next one, you may use the block side by side, light leg back, runner's lunge. You may use the block side by side. All right, bend your left knee, lower the hip, and find the openness to the right hip joint. Then exhale, you may bring your knee down, tabletop or plank pose. Step back. So left leg goes back. So if you are knee down tabletop, you may come to plank pose or stay in a tabletop. And inhale, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, knee down, bend your elbow towards back, belly down. Inhale, cobra, palm press under the shoulder, squeeze the buttock, find the glute. So we are also working on the buttock today, and great for hip up. Then exhale, tabletop and downward facing dog. Tuck your toes under, hips high. Connect with the breath and stay present. All right. Inhale, leg up this time. And then exhale, step between your hands. Again, you may use the block side by side and bend your right knee lower. So ideally, your knee over the foot. So when you bend your knee, you don't give too much pressure to the right knee. And knee to go same direction. You may keep your left knee down and opening the front of your thigh, left hip joint. Okay, and then let's bring our feet together. So this is a trick. And I do pull my hips back and giving some momentum to step forward. Left foot forward. Inhale, half a left. And then exhale, bend your knee, bend forward. Relax your head. Inhale, rise up. Strong leg, feel the ground. Then hands reach to the sky. Exhale, palms together to heart center. Also notice that, we have a healthy body and mind right now to be able to practice yoga. So that's grateful appreciation. Let's give us a joy. Okay, inhale, continue in hands reach out and up. Exhale, swan dive down, bend forward. Inhale, half a left. Exhale, this time left leg back. You can use the block side by side. You may keep your left knee down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale. Maybe come to tabletop or plank pose. Light leg back. You may keep your tabletop, or if you are plank pose, and keep the plank pose. Tuck your navel toward the spine. Inhale. And then exhale. Bend your knees. So knee down. Bend your elbows. Chest down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Open the chest forward. And then exhale, tabletop or downward facing dog. Connect with the breath. Smooth and steady. And be here and now. All right. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step between your hands. You may bring your right knee down or right knee lifted. You may use the block and lower the hip, look forward. And then shift our weight to the back, using the momentum, right foot forward, feet together. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, bend forward, relax your head. Inhale, rise. Hands reach out and up. Exhale, palms together to heart center. Okay, so we are standing here. So I like to introduce the breath work called breath of joy. So it goes inhale, so hands goes up. Then exhale, hands go out. Inhale, hands up. Then exhale, bend your knee and bend forward, drop your hands. You can open your mouth. Inhale, exhale, inhale, down. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Make sure your knee is soft. So forceful exhalation, open your mouth. Open your mouth, let go. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Last one. Exhale down. And slowly rise up. And feet apart. Then we're gonna swing our hands up around our waistline and tapping our hands at the back, in front, lower belly, and the back of the waistline. Then Kapalabharati, forceful exhalation through the nose, this time through the nose. Exhale to twist. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly come to center. And just feel the ground. Then feel the top of your head reaching to the sky. And find the space in our body, also space in the mind. Okay, great. So next one, so if you like to practice on the wall, we're gonna move to the wall. So the mat is going to be like, what's that called? Perpendicular. Anyway, so the shorter side of the mat is on the wall. I am using a window. So if you are not using the wall, you are welcome too. Okay, so now if you're using the wall and the feet apart, and we're gonna bring our palms to the wall and bending forward like a downward facing dog. So if you are in a mat, hands reach out and up, then exhale, bend forward, and you can do vinyasa to come to downward facing dog. Otherwise, stay in the wall, and you may change the knees, bending the knees slightly. Am I seeing here? Bending the knees slightly, and then straighten the leg, and then you may change that. And just noticing how you can open the back of the body. All right. And then soften your knees and gradually rise up. Oh, so in a downward facing dog, just stay there. We're gonna come to the warrior one pose, warrior one. So if you are on the floor, light leg up, then step forward. So if you are on the wall, right foot forward and pointing the right toe to the wall and left toe is kind of outside. Then bend your right knee, then hands come onto the wall. So also experiment how wide the hands want to be. So that helps to open the shoulder too. Maybe toe is pretty close to the wall. And bend your right knee and deeper. Also, you can stretch the back line of the left leg. One more breath. And then exhale. Let's step back to downward facing dog. So if you are on the mat, hands down, step back, and you may go through vinyasa, plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Okay, we're going to do the other side. Then left leg, step forward. So it's pretty close to the wall. And right toe is going to move out. Then ground in the back heel. Then bend your left knee. Then reach our hands. Or moving our hands up so we can stretch the side of the body and the shoulder. One more breath. All right. Then gradually release. So step back, downward facing dog on the wall. Or you may go through vinyasa. All right. Now when you are ready, so this is the last thing. So the belt. So belt onto the right foot. On the foot. So we're going to do Natarajasana. Then keep the belt with your left hand. I think we did that some time ago. Then your right hand is going to spread open. Right? So right foot the belt and left hand is holding that belt. Then right hand comes to the wall. Then move the chest close to the wall and moving yourself facing to the left side. Does that make sense? So we are opening the inside of the chest and the shoulder. All right. So keep our hips, side of the right hip on the ground, on the wall. Then if the shoulder is too much, you can lower your right hand down. Okay, so now right hand is going to hold the belt. All right, so left hand comes to the wall, maybe over the head. Then bend your right knee. And remember your pelvis is facing, so just the front. Then pointing your right knee down and slowly picking up the toe and the belt close to the foot, come close to the right hand. Then you may stay here. Or maybe kick your right leg up along the wall and come into Natarajasana. All right, one more breath. And then slowly release. Hope that was making sense. Then let's shake the leg. Okay, let's shake it. Relax. So of course we're gonna do the other side. So the belt come onto the left foot. So it's like a ball of the foot. Then that belt is onto right hand. So left foot, then right hand is holding the belt, right? Then this time, your left hand, inner left palm and arm come onto the wall. Then bring your torso or you bring your body close to the wall as long as you can. So we are opening the shoulder. Okay. And then gradually bring in the hip, left side of the hip. So side of the hip on the wall. And then if that's too much to your left shoulder, you may bring your left hand down. So you are facing to the side, right? So you are facing to the right side. Then left hand come lower to catch the belt. Then maybe right hand in front of you to the wall and support yourself. Then along, so left leg, side of the left leg is along the wall and gradually bending your knees. Along the wall, point your knee down. Then you are kind of an inchworm to catch the belt, closer and closer towards the feet. Maybe staying here and find a stretch to the front of your right, so left thigh, quad. Maybe if you are okay, slide your left leg along the wall and maybe lift your left leg. Maybe right hand up. So side of your left leg is supported by the wall. So this is a joy, dance of joy pose, Natarajasana. Last breath. And then exhale. Let's release it. All right, great work. And then we're gonna come onto the mat. And bend your knees, hug yourself, and round up back and roll to the ground. And if you like, you may roll a few times to massage the back, or you may hug your knee and roll side to side. And relax. And spread our arms wide. And palm facing up. Feel the openness to the chest. And then exhale, bring your knee to the right side, both knee. So maybe bring in the knee towards the chest more so that we can lengthen our lower back. And then bring your knee to the chest. And then exhale the other way. So choose your speed or pace to move the knee right and left. But you may stay longer or you may switch to the other side. So do a few more rounds like that. So Sat, Chitta, Ananda that I mentioned, being or existence, exist consciousness and joy. So that kind of a philosophical concept is that we did a Natarajasana. So Nataraja is the dance, god of dance. So even he was surrounded by the fire or he was surrounded by the ignorance, but he hold the joy, breath. I don't pronounce very well, but breath, B-L-I-S-S. He danced. Our life is like a dance, right? Sometimes goes big movement and sometimes smaller movement. Sometimes it's moving, sometimes it's stillness. It's like keep moving, even something else happens. So finding the joy and being a joy is when you really focus something, it happens, right? Especially the dance. You don't think about the past, you don't think about the future, but the now. Well, of course, you may know, some of you, I was dancer, so I can feel that easily. But okay, let's bring our feet down and let's come to bridge pose. Ground our feet, tuck your navel towards the spine. Then lift your hips up and bring our hands behind you. Interlace your fingers, roll our shoulder back and down. And lengthen the front of your body. Even you are tucking the chin in, find the space there to the front of the throat. One more breath. And exhale. Lift your heels up, hands reach over the head. And on our exhalation, gradually lower ourselves to the ground, each vertebra at a time. And a happy baby. And a baby as well. So happy baby. It's actually, this name is called Ananda Balasana. So joy of the child. You know, child or baby, they may be just enjoying the moment being. Right? So when we get older, we think many things. Think about or worries about the future and, regret about the past. Let's practice to bring more moments to be present with joy. Okay, now let's keep our right foot as it is and left leg up, then gradually left leg down to the ground. Then move your right knee to the left side and twist. And back to center. Happy baby. And then left side hold and right leg up. Then gradually lower down. Find the openness to the front of your hip. And then left knee come to the right side and twist. And come to center. So if you are okay, let's do the pyramid pose. I mean, not pyramid pose, sorry, hammock pose. Hammock pose. So we need to have a big loop of the belt. Then when you are ready, put your head and the right foot to the belt and just hug. And using the gravity to stretch the shoulder, back of the neck. So if you have a wall, then left foot, the down leg, kind of a contact with the wall, it actually helps to steady. And bend your right knee if you like. And let's stretch the back line of our body. And relax. And shoulder away from your ear so we can lengthen our neck a little bit more. Gentle, kind attention to our self. Any place we hold tension, it is okay. We can let them go and soften. Can you find the joy in this moment? All right. Then let's gradually releasing only head. Then open our legs out, external rotation. So today we pay attention to external rotation. And feel the openness to the inner leg. And come to center. You may bend your knee. Switch the leg, left hand holding about, and knee to the left side. Right leg to the left side. And feel the openness to the outer leg. Then come to center and switch. Left foot and your head. And lean to the belt. And then feel the ground resting our body. And maybe a little bit finding a space to our throat. One more breath. And let's release only head and hold the belt with your left hand. Make sure your head is comfortably resting on the ground. And externally rotate your left leg out. Find the openness to the inner leg. All right. And bend your knee, please. And twist. Left leg over the right side. Maybe straight, maybe bend. And find openness to the outer leg. Twist. And when you are ready, come to Shavasana. Make sure you are comfortable and warm. And close your eyes to settle into our space, your space. And this moment, and be comfortable. I would like to share with you the quote, or I am reading the book of Pema Chodron. She's a Buddhist nun living in America. Rejoice in ordinary life. We can learn to rejoice in even the smallest blessings our life holds. It is easy to miss our own good fortune. Often happiness comes in ways we don't even notice. The key is to be here, fully connected with the moment, paying attention to the details of ordinary life. By taking care of ordinary things, our pots and pans, our clothing, our teeth, we rejoice in them. When we scrub a vegetable or brush our hair, we are expressing appreciation, friendship towards ourselves, and towards the living quality that is found in everything. This combination of mindfulness and appreciation connects us fully with reality and brings us joy. Gradually, bringing awareness to our fingers and toes. Invite some movements. Noticing the air comes in through the nose. And that air, the oxygen activates our energy level. And I feel that oxygen traveling through our bloodstream to whole body, entire body up to the toes and the fingertips, up to our brain. And reach our hands over the head. Let us stretch from toes to fingertips. Take a big inhale, stretch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your mouth, exhale. Bring your knee to the chest. Give a nice hug to ourselves and appreciate what we have today. And roll on to the side. And gradually bring ourselves to a comfortable seat, eyes closed. Let's together big inhale, hands reach to the sky. Gathering all the happiness, peace, and joy, seal to our heart. Exhale, palms together to heart center. May this yoga practice benefit you and everyone. Thank you very much for letting me guide through your practice, sharing your time together. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining us for entire year. And I am so grateful for having you to the Yoga Together class and hope to see you in the next year. So I will let you know the detail of the next one.